Alright everybody, Cypher's got some techniques I've kept to myself for a while, but I'm going to show to all of you today. So what you want to do first is you have to be on attack for this, but Cypher is an attacking agent, not a defending agent. Did you know that?
I have planted the spike.
After playing Spike, there are many maps that have this. What I can do is I can one-way the bomb by putting down the cage. I will get complete vision of the area around bombs, depending on where I put the cages. And if enemies don't move out the way when they tap the bomb, like if they don't like completely run off, I will have full vision of them and I will be able to get easy kills. And I've done this a lot in my ranked games in the past, and this is like one of the things that helped me climb to Immortal before Chamber came out, of course. And it's very useful, and I'm going to show you all the map spots that I figured out that you can one-way the bomb at. Alright, so before I begin showing you all the map spots, I'd appreciate it if you left a like, commented, and subscribed. It'll help me grow the channel a lot, and I'm desperate. Yeah, okay, anyways. So for the first one, you have C long. You can plant either here or here on the left side. The left side is better because of the area that you're going to be watching. But all you have to do is come off the long, and if you see this horn here, you place a cage in the horn, throw it anywhere in the dark area in there, so that it will just go inside of it, and just come to whichever side long you're going to be playing at. And in this case, as he's playing left side, I will go right side. If someone taps the bomb, I will pop the cage, and if they don't move out the way, I will see them and I will shoot them. The same applies for on the default box. If I just press pop the cage here, I can move over. Of course, if they swing wide enough, they can see me, but I should see their legs first, which will give me an advantageous fight. Alright, so next up is the A bomb sites, and I'm getting tired of planting the spike, so I'm just gonna toss it down there. You're gonna plant it 4 long, left side long, and what you're gonna do is once you're done planting, you're gonna come here towards long, hug the wall, just look under here, throw it anywhere into these wood areas. I would throw it to the closest wood bar to the site, because that will give you the best one way possible. And then when someone taps the bomb, all you have to do is tap the cage, and you can see their legs. It looks a bit iffy, but you can see it very clearly in the game once you try it out. Yeah, and that's for the long plant there. And then you have a plant anywhere along here. Sometimes it's common to plant the box under heaven by ammo box. And for this, if you see all these little like wooden jut outs, you can just simply back up, toss a cage into them, and a lot of the time it will align very easily, as you can see that what I'm doing. You just have to aim it at the wood bar so that it bounces. Try to aim between where the wood bars meet, where I'm shooting right here. And then what happens then is if you come long, you have a one-way towards the bomb, and then you also have a one-way short, and you try to defuse. And it's a very good one-way since the enemies are in the center of the cage. If you plant here, let me just show you real quick. So it's a good one-way because I'll be able to see the enemies, and they'll have to run out the cage physically. So if I can wait a couple seconds if I need to, honestly, because all that needs to be done is if I hear him move away from the spike, he runs, or if he runs or hits the side of the cage, I'll know he's off, and if he's not, I can just peek him, and it makes it an easy win. Alright, so this one's really niche. It's on left side, or B-link, I guess, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna come here, you're gonna throw a cage under this wooden little circle here so that it lands on top of the arch. And if you come all the way in the C long into the stairs, I didn't plant it far enough, you gotta plant it here. But if I come here, I can pop it one way and I will be able to see everybody's legs and if they're defusing or not. Yeah, I can see if the spike's being defused or not from here, and if the spike is glowing red and I don't see anyone on the right side, I can deduce they're on the left side and I just spray them out like that. Alright, so next up you have a Cent B site. And to do this, it's not really bomb one ways, but more rather there for attack side, I guess. So once you get control of this area outside B main, you can come to logs and just simply aim at the bottom right corner of the sign right there, and your cage will, oh, I missed it, there you go, and your cage will plop down on top of the market thing. And if you go B main, you have a one-way for everyone's legs that are trying to walk out market. And if you come here too, you can see a little bit. It's not as good as B mains though, so I would just play B main if you want to try and hold the market run out, and your team can fight CT with that. I haven't played Cypher in a while, but you just toss a gauge into these window cells, and what that does is it creates a nice little one-way. You can see everything. And if the enemy comes too close to the lane, if they come like this, it's a very uncomfortable peek to be peeking very close to the wall. It's no point in explaining it, but like basically the enemies have to peek really poorly or they will be one-way by your cage. Alright, so this is my favorite one-way. This is a CT side of one-way that's turned into a retake counter one-way, I guess. and this is for Ascent A site. If your team is splitting A and you get tree control, you're gonna have to do this very quickly before the enemies attempt to retake and you get closed off from your team closing the door. So it's a pixel perfect one way, and you're gonna want to look up towards this bright little patch of leaves. And it's a pixel perfect one way, and there is this one green leaf here. I'll use an operator to make it easy. There's this one green patch of leaves, and you're gonna want to aim a little bit above the black line. And by doing that successfully, you have now one-wayed the tree door. And so if the enemy are trying to retake and they're coming out heaven and I'm playing dice, they break the door. Util's coming out heaven. All I have to do, if I'm playing dice or Jenny even, all I have to do is pop this cage, let my teammates watch heaven, and I one-way tree and I hold this down. If anyone tries to peek or even cross, I will kill them. And this will stop the retake because the heaven people will be staggered from their tree people, yeah. And same thing for heaven, there is a one-way here. If you come up to this box here and you just look towards the sky, you see these two clouds here. There's a tiny cloud and the large cloud. All you have to do is put your crosshair in between the tiny and the large cloud. There's a little jut out and it will form like a line. And once you get that, it will make a one-way for your jump up. So if the enemies are trying to retake, all you do is jump up here and you spray everyone down. And this will net you easy kills on Ascent. Alright, so next up you have Bind. There's not much to say about Bind. There is one we can land on top of this truck antenna in a one-way or whatever. It's a really crappy one, so I'm not going to show it, but the best one I can show is the hookah one, which helps you hold down hookah. So if you come here and line up with this, it doesn't even matter, just stand on this red carpet, honestly. Just look here, and there's a slot with some 2 dice, I think. Yeah, like there's like 2 cactuses, and you just throw a cage in here, and you throw a cage in there anyways. Yeah, it's pretty easy to hit if you're not bad at Cypher. All you do is pop that, and you can see everyone's legs that walk in, or yeah, you can see everyone's legs, and it'll help you get easy kills. And that is all a Bind. This map is not very good for Cypher. So next up is Split. This one is a bit different, I guess, because Split's not in the map rotation anymore. So I'll just quickly show this. If ever comes back though, keep this video in mind. It might help you out a lot, since Cypher is very good at this map. So the first one is if you get hell control, you can simply just come here, line up with this line here, and aim towards this black metal bar, the lowest one, and just toss the cage up. It will bounce off it, and it will land on top of this crane. What this does is it allows you to one-way heaven, and you just go up the rope and spray anyone you see. Next up is you can one-way screens. You gotta line up with this right here if you want. And then all you have to do is just toss the cage in. Oh, sorry, I gotta aim a little differently. Just try and aim towards the bottom lower side of this, and you can land the cage easily in. You gotta aim in like a little bit to the right of the sign itself. And what this does is it puts down a little one-way if you're playing towards hell. And if you drop down here, you can see everyone's legs trying to retake. There's also another way to set it up. If you come line up yourself with this box here, you can just look into this crevice. It's a little bit harder to hit, but you just have to look, and it's a bit of trial and error. You can test it yourself when Split comes out, but I like to do it from heaven. This is a lot easier. And lastly, you can one-way the bomb. Alright, so you plant the bomb for B main. Now all you have to do is come here and line up with this black line against the wall, and then the little trip icon. Pay attention to this pylon. I'm gonna put my trip above it, my little trip icon above it. I'll throw a cage down, and I'll come be main, and if anyone taps a bomb, all I have to do is pop the cage and swing out, and I will see if anyone's defusing, and just spray them out. And okay, bye bye everyone, GG's! I hope you like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Alright, adios everyone.